Vigits, hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Manchester City versus Sevilla. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted Sevilla to win. I thought Sevilla were having a really good game, especially that first half. They had a really, really good game. And that's not to say that Manchester City did not deserve to win, because they absolutely deserved it 100%. Because as the saying goes, or should go, if you don't score, then they're going to score on you. And that's exactly what happened with Manchester City against Sevilla. Sevilla had the amount of opportunities and clear opportunities, especially the one with Campos. Really good run from Campos and feeding En-Nesyri that ball. It's pretty much just like, telling him, like, here, make yourself famous, dude. They could have been up 2-0 with that goal. Absolutely. And then they had another one. They had like three. So they should have been up by three that first half. So, you're playing against the best team in the world, easily, undoubtedly, right now the best team in the world. I mean, the season that they had last year, like they won the treble, and now this year they win another trophy. Well, what does that make them? Just omnipotent. Like they're just winning everything. They're all over the place. Just, you can't give a team like that opportunity. I think everybody in that stadium knew what was going to happen when En-Nesyri didn't end up scoring. It was just a matter of time. They kind of do what Barca did. They just like sicken you until you just give up. And despite the amazing defense that Sevilla had, I think Sevilla did a fantastic job in terms of defense, but it was just a matter of time. It was just that one little cross from Rodri, and really good on Palmer, because Palmer's like between, you have him in that play between Holland and Walker that's coming in the back, and it'll make you kind of doubt yourself. Either, Holland has it, even though Holland was like nowhere near that ball, but maybe what's his name, Kyle Walker, gets the ball, especially with his speed. But this kid with 100% confidence went in there, not doubting himself, and said, I'm gonna head it. I don't know if it's gonna go in, but I'm definitely gonna head that ball in. And it was interesting because they were saying in the halftime, they were saying that they were having trouble through the middle, and they were missing players like Gundogan. You can see that they're missing Gundogan, KDB, and I 100% agree. Most notably Gundogan, I think he's key. You could tell they're gonna miss him. They're gonna have to adjust. I don't know what Pep is gonna do. I think they're gonna be fine, but you can see that it's affecting them. And in this game, you could definitely see that. Now, as far as the wings, because they said that the wings, they were having issues with the wings, and that they were playing the wings, and I completely disagree with that. I don't know how many times. I'm sure you could look at it statistically, but they were playing through the wings. They were playing with Palmer and Grealish. The only thing was that nothing was happening. They weren't getting anything out of Grealish and Palmer, and not for lack of trying. They definitely had the ball. They definitely, Grealish especially. Grealish was trying, but every time he was going to take someone on, it was always two people. And I know Grealish has the habit of taking on two people. He has no problem with that, but it's funny. I think it was just a lack of getting into the game. He never really got the ability to get into the game, to get like warmed up enough to feel confident enough to take on two people. Because in the second half, after the goal, so it took 20 minutes because the goal came, I think, 65th minute. That's when you started seeing them play a little bit. And what happened, simply just psychologically, just the boost of confidence that goal gives you. That's it. You don't have to add tactics. If anything, start adding psychology there. That's what's missing there. And Manchester City started attacking more. Grealish started playing like the way he usually plays. Palmer started playing, I guess, the way he plays. I've never really seen him except in the Community Shield against Arsenal, and you saw a lot more involvement from both of them. And it was interesting with Palmer, because I've never really seen him play there. You could tell that there's potential there. I think with him and Silva, if Silva does end up staying in Manchester City, I think there's going to be I think they're covered, first of all, in that post. And I think that there's going to be a good battle between the two. There's going to be two options for Pep to use, for Guardiola to use. And it just also makes me think of Mahrez. Like, I thought Mahrez is an excellent player, and I wish that Guardiola would have used him a lot more. I think he's a great player, and it saddens me to see him go play somewhere where I don't know what's he going to do over there. But anyways, except bank. He's going to bank big time. So they definitely were playing through the wings. It was only after the goal. They just needed that, that incentive, and that incentive came through the goal. Once the goal came, Grealish started like playing. He started, driving down the line. He started cutting in like he usually does. The first half, he wasn't doing that at all. So definitely they are missing Gundogan, or they're going to miss Gundogan. KDB, I don't know what's going on. I guess he's injured. I know Silva's injured. That's the only thing that I would say that they're missing, the middle. I thought in the second half, City looked like they were going to bounce back from the first half, not having that great of a first half. And again, it was just Sevilla just taking over, and Sevilla having more chances and creating more gameplay than City. And it was only towards the last 20 minutes of the second half that City woke up. They could have scored, they could have won. There was kind of a repeat. I think it was Rodri that, no, it was Foden, a free kick from Foden. Aki got to the end of that with a header, almost like in the beginning. He had the same thing. I think that was Rodri that centered a in swinger to Aki and almost scored. That was like in the 7th minute, right at the beginning. So it was only in the second half that they started creating more chances, Manchester City. But in the first half, it was just Aki chance by Rodri, the center. And then Foden in the end, I think it was like the 47th minute, that crossed the shot in, like flushed the ground. And nobody got to the end of that. And then I think it was Grealish, if I'm not mistaken, another in swinger. And two Manchester City players never got to it also. That was just like a minute afterwards, 46th minute, and then it was, I think, the 48th minute or something like that. And that was it. That was the only opportunity that they had in the first half. And it was pretty much all Sevilla first half, all Sevilla. And again, credit to their defense. They did an amazing job defense-wise. Bono too. Bono had a really good game. Anyways, guys, that's it. That's all I got. Peace.